What is going on YouTube? This is Aster's Wire. So this is part 3 to the particular Splinter Cell walkthrough as far as this pitch can happen. So within this particular fair, this is more screw around type fashions within these pitches as far as the product's going to happen. This kind of the gobbledygook of figuring out the training mode pitch like that. Now this particular fair, at least in this saga, the gameplay is going to wrap up in part 3, but there's some further seemingly type 1, so might be some more training type segments to kind of get to pitch like that. Not as full buncher, but we're going to get towards the game within these products within the eventual type senses. Just the product for us saying. But yeah, I mean, I would just strap yourself in for like the monotony type fair, not in terms of like the quality of the game, but just the pitch as far as saying this is the product of me questioning how the difficulty setting is going to kind of have within the flair of it as far as these pitch counts. There's going to be lots of these type moments just being able to say within these aspects just within the product. Now, when like I said in part 1, if you didn't see part 1, particularly Larry the Batman fan gifted this game to me as far as these first games within the pitch as far as saying within the product. He mentioned a later comment saying that particularly you can only hold one weapon at a time within this particular game, so I do question within the fair how that's going to come into play, whether or not if like I need like a particular, supposing it's like a SOCOM weapon or something like that, and you need like a silencer or something like that. I'm aware that this game within certain senses has to do with stealth, but I question how that fair is going to happen. Whether or not exchanging weapons is going to be clumsy or something like that. I mean, we'll figure out the fair. I mean, the game within these initial time moments is fun enough within these pitches, just being able to say about this question. I mean, yeah, thing to keep in mind is there's no enemies attacking, so it's kind of within pitches like that. Just question the fair as to like the aspects to like the more violent type conduct starts to come into play, how that aspect's going to happen within the tone behind. So it's this kind of pitch, but I mean, within the fair, I mean, it's kind of like the Metal Gear type games, some of those type pitches, I'd say probably more or less within some of those type ones, but this kind of pitch as far as saying it's the product behind it's a good apple type 1. Just be able to see as to what kind of happens, but I do question if this game gets difficult, wondering whether or not I'm going to be able to remember the aspect of like the play about this game within these fairs. This kind of aspect as far as saying it's this kind of product. I know there's going to be some ropings about this game, just to put it that way, just the pitch as far as this question within these products about it. It's going to be kind of the fair as far as saying, but I do question how much damage that Tom Clancy, I don't know if it's Tom Clancy that's particular, I forget, I think, yeah, it's like Sam Fisher or something like that. I think that's like his name, the main character's name, pitch like that, so I do question how much Sam Fisher's damage is going to be able to take within these products. Hopefully it's not just a one-shot like Call of Duty, some of these type fairs as far as saying, just, I mean, I don't suppose it would be, but it doesn't appear like he's wearing armor or something like that, so it's just kind of fair, but it shouldn't. It should be good products as far as these products. Just the aspect. I mean, I know for folks, if you're coming to this and you know this game pretty damn well, it's just the aspect. I know this is probably just like a certain giddy type factor, realizing sort of the difficulty that's going to be along with this game. But it's just kind of fair as far as saying, just question the product of what's going along for these aspects here. But just the pitch as far as saying, I mean, definitely have those nachos nearby, some stuff pitches, just a good aspect. Now we're about 13, 15 minutes deep within like the playthrough of it as far as these pitches can happen. And also say on top of that, if you have fucked with this video and you just found this randomly, if this is the first thing you've ever seen by me, pitches like that, just understand that I'm also a music critique channel within these pitches. I have another channel that's larger than this one that does usual fair kind of music reviews, pitches like that. So it's going to be one of those type of bits about that at the end of this. Not really like a review, but just kind of a segment of some of the product that I've reviewed about it. So just not so much like it's going to be in this episode, but just the snapshot of like a D12 album within those pitches, just fucking with Eminem and some of those type folks pitches like that. But it's kind of fair as far as saying good type products. Good type fairs about that particular album pitches like that. Had some hits on there like 6 in the Morning and like How Come, some of the stuff on some pitches like that. Was this good fairs be able to get towards it. So looking after it here, paying attention to the product. Yeah, this is a good holiday type treat to get within these aspects as far as these tones going to go. Just the pitch as far as just questioning. Feels just like a Mission Impossible movie as far as these pros would kind of happen with it. Just looking after it here is just basically, for folks, I want to say there more or less was like a Mission Impossible game, something like that, but it's kind of fair as far as just more with like the stealth aspect. And stealth is pretty dope within those pitches. There's like a particular Metal Gear game that's like the virtual reality missions or something like that within those fairs as far as talking about. Like that has some good type conduct as far as just like the sneak around type fair. Now, so within the pitch, questioning if it's going to evolve into like the fair of having to consistently have like some products where you're going to have to really get within the tariff going pitch like that. But hopefully this game, I think if you saw in part 1, I did attempt to select like an easy mode, but there seemingly wasn't. The lowest difficulty you could go in this game is normal within these pitches. So this kind of probably, I know within the aspects of this question how that fares, not to not have like the thrill seek about it, but it's this kind of pitch as far as saying that probably within these realities, I estimate that tough mode is probably going to be royal pain. So it's this kind of pitch. But that's just the aspects for us saying within those products is paying attention towards it. So yeah, plenty of nachos here, good pitches like that. Some smoke type fare just have Bacardi nearby. Like within fares, obviously if you fuck with like the Tekken playthrough that's also on this channel, some pitches like that, you should have some good slosh type factor among some of these. So just easy type product for AM type mode. So yeah, what I didn't understand here, which I'm going to figure out in part 3, is you have to kind of slide along the wall within these pitches and kind of get between that crevice there. So it's good pitches like that, but just within these fares. So stay tuned for some of these type 1s. Just a real monotonous type playthrough that's going to be happening, not in terms of the quality of the game, but just the pitch of just seeing like the fail aspects, and this is going to be general like just bombardment of a playthrough as far as these pitches happen. But stay tuned for that good pitch like that. Part 3 eventually on the way. So that there's other products on the channel, Tekken, Rise to Honor, Devil May Cry pitch like that, Guitar Hero, some of these stuff there. So stay tuned for that. Go grab some pizza pitch like that, Jack Daniels, some stuff there's good pitches. Yeah, fuck with some of this fuck with some of the music on the aspect of the channel as well, good pitches. Some of that stuff that's also affiliated with this.